So Call of Duty has just released some brand new information on MW3 because we know that's coming out very soon. I haven't looked at this at all, so we're just gonna go through it quickly. So launch comms, mapping out the multiplayer, maps, modes, and operators, what you need to know. All right, details on the launch modes of 3v3v3, 6v6, and 32v32, which is ground war. Additional mode intel, all the launch maps, both core and ground war. Carry forward maps and the Modern Warfare 3 operators from Specgru and Cortac. So I heard a little bit about this already, the carry forward maps. I think some of the MW2 2022 maps are actually going to be playable. Let me know what you guys think about that. I am not super pumped about that just because, I don't know, MW2 2022, we're not going to get into that, but not my favorite game. All right, so launch maps. Expect the following launch modes scheduled for rotation in the available playlist, with more standard and alternate modes being added in the weeks after launch, of course. So we have the 3v3v3 mode, which is Cutthroat, which we actually got to play in the beta. And then the 6v6 modes, I don't know how if we're going to get anything crazy, but we got TDM, Domination, Search and Destroy, Kill Confirmed, Free For All, Hardpoint, Control, War, which is coming back from, I don't know when the last game they had War in. The game obviously that I know it from is World at War back in the day. I'm excited to try that out and see how it plays. And then Gun Game. Cool. So the 32v32 modes, ground war, we know what ground war is. Invasion is basically ground war, except there's AI. Sorry, I'm burping. I had a protein shake. Yeah, invasion, never been a huge fan of just because of the AI. I don't think AI really has a place in COD, but who knows? Additional mode intel, hardcore. Glad we're getting hardcore. All you camo grinders, going to be a lot. Way easier doing these camo challenges, especially with the 150 health that they have now in normal core. Hardcore is actually going to help a lot. Firing range is returning. I expected to see that, even though we didn't see that in the beta, but that's just great for testing out your gear, guns. I'm glad they have that. That's the one thing that MW2 did very well. The one thing they did well, in my opinion. W for the firing range coming back. Private matches, training, and benchmark. So private matches are coming back, and then in addition, expect a training course where you can learn basic movements and combat skills as you navigate one of the launch core 6v6 maps. So that's just training. Play launch maps multiplayer. An impressive number of modernized Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps are a part of the initial map pool, along with 3 ground war maps, with POIs in the Warzone map, of course. I don't know what 3 we're gonna get. I know we got Orlov Military Base and Popov Power. I don't know what the other one is. And it's interesting that they say an impressive number of modernized Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps are a part of the initial map pool. Not all of them. So I was under the impression that they were all coming back, but let's see. We got Afghan, Derail, Estate, Favela, High Rise, Invasion, Karachi. Ooh, look at Karachi. Let me actually just go through and look at some of these pictures before. Derail we saw a little bit in the trailer. Afghans looks like it's going to be just a copy and paste from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Derail we saw in the trailer. It looks pretty cool. Estate we played in the beta. Favela we played in the beta. High Rise we played in the beta. Invasion looks about what I would expect a newer version of Invasion to look like. Looks pretty similar to the original one. Karachi looks a bit different, just the color scheme. I don't remember it being white like this. I don't think it was, but honestly not a terrible map. It's not one of my favorite maps. I don't think it's anybody's favorite maps, but definitely some good long shot spots. In that like power upstairs building. I'm excited these maps are coming back. Quarry, it's interesting that they have like Afghan and Quarry. I don't know if they're gonna look different just because they're in the Warzone 2 Al Mazrah, but we'll see. It looks a little different to me. Obviously, it's not underwater like it is in Al Mazrah. Rundown. Rundown's honestly a great map, and it's got kind of a Spanish vibe to it. Looks like they're doing here. That looks exciting. I like Rundown. Rundown is also a slept-on map. Rust, we know all about that. That was in the beta. Scrapyard coming back again. It's not going to be too different from Modern Warfare 2019, I don't think. Skid Row, we played in the beta, one of the better maps. Subbase will be interesting because Subbase was honestly a good map in MW2 back in 2009. but the visibility was really, really bad. The snow maps and then not wasteland, underpass had really bad visibility along with sub base. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Terminal, exciting, a classic map coming back. We all love Terminal. Underpass looks like it's still going to be raining, but I think they got some like tropical vibes going on. So maybe it'll look a little better than it did back in the day. Probably one of the worst maps back then. Wasteland looks very different. I'm trying to even figure out where this is in Wasteland, but I guess I do know where it is because it's the helicopter, and then the turret would be like over here. But it looks like it's got a little bit of a different vibe to it. We'll see how this map plays, because back in 2009, Wasteland was all about noob tubing. So that's not in the game anymore. So we'll have to see what that's about. Levin Resort. So this is a ground war map that we did not get to play in the beta, and it's going to be a part of the new Warzone map. So that looks exciting. Orlov Military Base. Got some games in on the beta. Out of the two we played, Orlov Military Base and Popov Power, I liked how Popov Power felt. I don't know. I just like how it felt a little bit better than Orlov Military Base, but we'll see obviously how that's going to play in Warzone and Ground War, because you can only tell so much from the beta. Operation Spearhead. So this is war mode. This looks like it's in the same area as Orlov Military Base. I could be wrong, but I think it is. At launch, the first location within Operation Spearhead is the large-scale Urzikstan map, inside a linear corridor within the Orlov Military Base in Kadurin Silo. Clear anti-aircraft defenses so armored vehicles can be airdropped, staying close to the armor to break through to the launch site and set up missile overrides in the thrilling 6v6 battle. Huh. This is interesting. So I guess they're gonna use a portion of Orlov Military Base for 6v6. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. And then let's look at the Modern Warfare 2 carry forward map. So these are the maps that are coming from Modern Warfare 2 2022 and are going to be playable in MW3. So to further augment an already impressive selection of core 6v6 maps, we're excited to announce that a number of fan-favorite Modern Warfare 2 maps will gradually become available to play in Modern Warfare 3 throughout the live season. The initial selection scheduled to be 4 core 6v6 maps that include Farm 18, Mercado, and Shoot House. So these will be available shortly after launch in a dedicated playlist, and more will follow throughout the live seasons. So it'll be interesting. It sounds like I mean, they're going to have their own playlist like they usually do, like Shipment 24/7, but in this case it'll be Farm 18, Mercado, and Shoot House. I'm interested to see if it's only in the dedicated playlist or if it's going to be in the game. To me, it sounds like it's going to be in the game. These maps are graphically identical to how they appeared in MW2. That's probably because MW2 and MW3 are basically the same game. So yeah, it's going to look the same. Like it'll look completely the same. So we'll see how I guess we'll see how those maps play, but I can't imagine they're going to play much different. I'm not really into the whole cosmetic things, but I will be going for the camos. Let's see what this is. Modern Warfare 3 launch comms continues. Be sure to check back the Call of Duty blog. I'm trying to see when the early access time is. I believe it's the 3rd. So preload of campaign early access will be November 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you pre-ordered the game, you can preload the campaign, but then multiplayer doesn't come out. The rest of the game doesn't come out until the following week, and you'll be able to play the campaign on November 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So whatever that is for you, 10 a.m. Pacific time will be the campaign launch. And then later on, the full game, including multiplayer and zombies, you'll be able to download that November 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Xbox owners will be, so it's all the same. So that'll be for the full launch of the game on November 10th. If you guys are excited, let me know what you think. Make sure you drop a sub if you're new. I appreciate you guys for sticking around watching the video. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Let me know what you think about any of these changes, about the maps. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.